How's it going, everybody? It's Man Tomorrow here. I want to thank y'all for coming through. Today we're going to go over this video by. How's it going, everybody? It's Man Tomorrow here. I want to thank y'all for coming. Oh shit! I forgot to mute that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over this video, and I'm going to give you the playbook of pro-blacks, so that way you can understand how they operate and why they do what they do. And I'm going to play the video. It's already credited in the actual comment section, but it's vitally important that when people deliberately misunderstand something that has very clear connotations towards it, very clear what these things are about, very clear about what these things are, very clear, know who the people are within the space who's a part of it, knows damn well I'm an SYSBM guy. So what happens, and I don't even have to listen to the video to know this is going to happen. So what they do is they build this straw man. Then they place this straw man on the scapegoat. And then they lead the scapegoat out into the wilderness, pile all the sins on it, and then they send the goat off into the yonder. So you have to realize this. Everybody was okay with choice until the average man had choice. Once the average man had choice, somehow making the deliberate options and choices to leave certain cultures of individuals alone because of the cultural track record is somehow a bad thing. I don't even have to listen to the video to actually let you know that you're going to be some part of some community property that is to be divvied up by other individuals that don't really support you all that much. The real gist. Wait, hold on a second. Damn, that started without even me. Hold on a second. Because he was playing a whole bunch of copyrighted music. Let me move past that. Hold on a second. All right, make sure you like the video when I'm coming in. It's going on straight shooter. All right, so I finally got past the copyrighted music because I was about to go back into playing it through the copyrighted music, but we're not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start this off, so that way we can start this off and see how fast we're going to go wrong with this.
I'm up here eating on some runs. My bad. Get my shit going. So, let's see. Where do I begin? Save yourself, black man. Why I don't support it. First of all, let's explain what it is. It is a acronym which stands for Save Yourself, Black Man. It was, I don't know who coined it. But it's basically,
you don't know who coined it, but you're actually,
black men are saying they're giving up on their.
Okay, so we're already starting off wrong. You don't know who coined the term, but you're going to make a whole stream about why you don't support something. If you don't support something, you have to understand where the term came from, who some of the members are publicly, who does content on the actual term, etc. There's really no reason to come out here to be this deliberately ignorant about something you put your mind to do a live stream to. We're going to move forward.
And they're, saying, fuck it, I'm going to go to Latin America. I'm going to go to the white community. I'm going to go to the Asian community. And I'm going to date their women. I'm going to procreate with their women. And I'm not going to be some baby daddy. Right? That is
okay. Here we go again. We're not like, you have to understand that. And this is a guy who's traveled overseas, by the way. You have to understand that when you go to other cultures, it's pretty much free reign everywhere. Like when somebody comes over here to America and they're a novelty item because they are very rare within the actual environment itself. And they get more looks within that actual culture because it's a rare sight, that sort of thing. We've seen it here within America. But when you go other places, you witness it other places. But they don't want you to witness that because they're trying to look at the whole world through the eyes of how they look at how the black community looks at this stuff. This is not even a community. It's a collection of people who live in a specific part of town, who have a united, shared American experience. That's not a community. Everybody who uses the word community is a fraud and always have been, because they're only community when it comes time for people to clean up things. They were never a community when it came to preventing these things from happening in the first place. Because it's okay for women to have all the options and choices that they want to. But the moment that a man starts to do it, now we got to start talking about community and all these things. So we're going to move forward.
Right? That the black man is somehow, unfairly being asked to be a baby daddy to a mother, especially a mother, single mother with multiple children. That is the, quintessential idea that somehow the black man and all of his economic power and mental power and greatness that the black man is, right? The successful black man, the educated, successful black man is somehow being, forced to be a slave to the most ratchet, boomquisha, overweight black woman in the black community, right? This is the real gist of it. Now, if you think like that, if what I'm saying,
that's not the gist of it. No one has ever said that anywhere.
Saying is inaccurate. Every comment that they give comes from that place. So what I'm saying is based on what they think it is.
Again, he's building a straw man. Okay, here's the thing. If you have people who are making comments in your videos that say that they're SYSBM, how come we're not looking at the comments? So that way we can see who these people are. So that way we could be able to speak on like, oh, no. That guy's a zealot. He's not a part of the SYSBM. Because even Theo Woff was in this actual chat talking all this zealotry nonsense about how we ain't dealing with certain type of, like, bro, you're not even part of the group. God, it's strange. It's a very definite thing. There's people definitely represent it, but don't even want to go to those people. We just want to come up with this stuff on its own. It doesn't make any sense.
Answering to, right? I'll make a video about how black men need to do this, so we need to have strong family units, we need to have this, we need to have that. And in the comment section, I'll get some SYSBM, save yourself black men. So we don't need strength. We don't need family structures then. We don't need none of that shit. We need to save ourselves.
What SYSBM person said that we don't need family structures? Or we don't need any type of structure at all? Name one. No one has ever said any of this stuff.
Right? And you're going to go into a community, like, I don't know, let's say the Asian community, right? As if the black man, it is as if, I'm not even going to go in on it. I'm just saying what they think. It's as if the black man has respect around the world or some shit. Like you could just hop a plane and take your ass over to anywhere in the world and you'll be looked at with respect. They'll respect.
Boom. You are 100% right. You can jump on a plane and go anywhere else in the world. People come here from all over the world. This is a guy that's traveled all over the world. He knows he's not stupid, but he's actually talking to a bunch of people who are untraveled and try to paint this type of picture inside their head about how things are when people travel, knowing damn well that these people haven't traveled anywhere.
Because you're American, but don't get it twisted. Piss one of them off. See, y'all forget I've stayed overseas for an extended period of time before. I'm a little older. I ain't no little teenager. And I'm not some little guy watching videos on YouTube, saving up to go hop in plane and go to Brazil for a week, once or twice a year, right? I done this shit, right? I've been overseas. I done done my thing, right? So to me, look, I'm gonna tell you what it is, man. A lot of brothers that go overseas, man, let me explain something to you. I'm gonna tell the truth. You go overseas, man, and you go over there, man, especially if you don't speak the language. You're gonna get in the car, especially in the DR. First words you're gonna hear is fucky. This is what they're gonna say. I'm telling you. They be speaking all fast shit that they say fucky, right? Because I had my Spanish with them.
There's always some sex tourism shit, man. It's always some sex tourism shit every time. It's always that. It can't be the fact that we want to go sample the culture. We know some words. We want to go places. Like, come on, man.
First time I went there, bro, every time I got in the taxi, I was at a fucking whorehouse. I'm trying to go to the club. I'm trying to go out to eat, or we trying to go somewhere. And it's damn hard. They take you every time you go to these countries. That's what it's known for. The same is like that in Brazil, right? And at the end of the day, I mean, Don Illuminati's running hard, man. Y'all know this black man can mess around and create a new race. Yeah, okay. Keep telling yourself that shit. Keep telling that shit laughable, right? You got the dominant genes, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Get you a white woman and let them kids marry and date out white. Tell me what your grandkids look like. What their children look like. Lily white. Like, okay, they'll breed.
Here's the thing, man. We got the most blackest family that we can possibly have here, but it don't operate efficiently and effectively. That's why people are making better choices and decisions and doing a hell of a lot more with their agency and getting their shit together. Like part of the SYSBM thing is having your shit together so that way you can travel and sample other cultures. That's what this is about. It's about still creating families and cultural. Like you didn't do any research. No research, none whatsoever. Well, let's keep going.
But hey, it is what it is, right? No one gives them shit for it. I think they do get shit for it, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this SYSBM. I'm not even talking about the brothers that travel. My thing is with the brothers that travel, don't be a lazy motherfucker. If you're gonna go over there, don't talk all this shit, go over there and buy pussy, okay? If you gonna talk this shit.
Here we go again, man. It always devolves into sex tourism. And why is he concerned if dudes go anywhere to buy whatever the fuck they buy? What does that matter? That's not why they're going over there. So what? You get more respect if you bought it here? Like, all right, man.
What you do? You up and you move your ass to the country and you learn the culture and you learn the language. So you ain't no fucking lick. All right? Otherwise, it's a lot of niggas on the internet, and when you listen to their ass talk, this nigga went over there for a couple of weeks or a week and saw a bunch of beautiful women and bought some pussy, and then he come back here talking shit, which is probably about 75-80% of the niggas. Let's keep it above. Most of these niggas ain't overseas doing no business. These niggas ain't doing business in America. Like, let's stop this shit. The black man is the fucking bottom of the totem pole. We need to stop talking like we the shit, like we such, apex men. Not the fuck you ain't. If a woman objectively came to America and she looked around, the last nigga she would want to get with, outside of the stereotype of the big, gigantic black dick, would be a white man. Let's just keep this shit above, right? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. What's the girl? What's her name? The pink lady. What's her name? I forgot that chick name. Damn. Crystal and Carazine. I mean, the reason Crystal and Carazine made sense. What's up, y'all? The reason she made sense to a lot of people and she grew was because, whether we admit it or not, the black man is at the bottom of the totem pole. Like, this is just, it's like if you playing it's like Russell Westbrook, right? You done turned the ball over 7 fucking times, and they get you in the press conference, and you talking shit like, man, I'm playing fine, man. I'm just gonna play my game. You're like, man, don't you understand that you need to stop playing the way you playing? You fucking up the damn, but I want him to keep doing that shit. Fuck the Lakers. I hope LeBron lose and go into a retirement miserable. Fuck that nigga. That's how I feel, right? I don't like his ass, right? But that being said, it's as if it's like some of the people in this space are like Russell Westbrook. Like, some of y'all brothers got that same energy. You fucking up. You down 30. You blowing up. You got a bunch of turnovers. Your man hitting threes and shit. And then you get in the press conference and you talk, man, I'm this, I'm that, man. That's how these brothers talking. Like, man, shit, we the most desired men on earth. Like, no, you the most wanted to fuck men on earth. Nobody, when it comes to being a husband, nobody's saying that. You know who I want to marry? The pants-sagging black man in America. The black man who has the lowest net worth and is probably a lot of them are in jail. A lot of them are fucked up. A lot of them got multiple baby mamas. Like, let's just get this shit a buck. I'm not shitting on black men. I'm one. Obviously, I'm not shitting.
Are you serious? Everything that you just said, are you serious? Are you sure you wasn't doing that? Because it really sounded like you were doing that.
Myself, I damn sure I got home raising a son, so I'm not shitting on him. But let's come on, guys. Come on, man. Come on. We can type this shit. And look, over in subspace, we're gonna keep this shit above. I don't give a fuck about what black women do. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you say save yourself, what that really is, we need to unpack that shit. Because there's a lot of sloppy ass motherfuckers saying SYSBM. A lot of sloppy people. A lot of people are sloppy as hell. A lot of people are anti-family, anti-raising children, anti-anything, right? And then they'll throw oh, by the way, SYSBM. Instead of understanding.
Who are these people? Who are these people? I've never met somebody who's what?
No, motherfucker, you are down with the small hat shit that they pushing. You don't want families. You don't raise kids. You don't want to do shit. You just want to fuck. You're a hedonist. You write what they want you. Dominated, like I play in the video that I play all the time, The Left's Quest to Destroy the Family, right? In that video, it always talks about how they have you always preoccupied with sex and fucking all the time, right? And look, when I've been younger, I've been 20 years old. I know how that shit goes. You have an erection in 5 minutes. I know. Been there. Right? But I had a goal at 20 years old, too. I wasn't just out there chasing pussy. I still had goals and desires and shit that I wanted in life, and I was focused on being a basketball player and shit like that. So I had shit I was focused on. But, I just, it's funny to me. I think a lot of these brothers that are out here talking this shit about saving themselves, nobody gives a fuck. Go ahead, leave. A lot of y'all, look, listen, man. And I know this is just medicine. This is just, some of us need to hear this. Some of us, we already know this. Some of us, it ain't even, I'm not talking to you, okay? So don't worry, it's not at all black men. But let me say this. Some of these niggas, y'all need to go. Look, no woman wants you. No quality woman that looks like anything that you would want to give.
Here we go, man. Defining yourself through the attraction to women. Again, you better believe it. I see it all the time. Them dudes didn't play. The women didn't know how to act, and they went straight over there to them. Dude, I've seen some great looking ones. They're not even worried about what these people are doing over here.
So you probably would be better buying pussy in the DR. That's just, and you need to do that shit. You look, I encourage you, brother. Listen, catch a flight, go buy all the prostitutes, fuck learning the language. Just go over there. Shut the fuck up, though. Don't talk shit now. Don't come back and talk like you missed a big shot, right? Because this is the thing. You ever notice? Let me tell you what I don't hear. And this is interesting. I played ball in Puerto Rico, too. And I'm going to tell you something. You know what I find interesting? Why is it that we always want to go to the DR, we want to go to Brazil, but you don't hear that much about Puerto Rico, do you? You ain't need no passport to go to Puerto Rico. Why you want to go there? Why don't you go to Puerto Rico?
First, you don't want dudes traveling. Then if they do travel, buy all the ass that you want to. If you buy all the ass that you want to, don't bring back your ass back to the country talking shit. How come you don't go to Puerto Rico? Like, you can't control where people travel to, man. You can't. What's going on, William Brown?
I don't hear a lot about Puerto Rico. I hear a lot about the DR. I hear a lot about, all these Latin countries, Colombia. Puerto Rico, it's American, so it's better. It's quality shit over there. You could just hop the plane. Why don't you brothers want to go to Puerto Rico? Why Puerto Rico ain't on the list? You know what I'm saying? But better yet, fuck it. Why don't when you go to New York, go to Spanish Harlem, go catch you one up there, shit. Or go to Miami, go to South Beach and get you one there. Shit, you can just drop.
Why is he trying to make you just deal with things within this environment here? Why? If people want to go other places, they want to go other places. Like, you can't restrict somebody to an environment. You can't do that because it comes off as like a lot of virtual signaling. Like, dude, you're not going to be able to control all these dudes. And if you have these hidden cachet of women who know how to act, it's your job to provide them, or dudes going to be out of here. That's it. It's not hard. Like, look, we couldn't have any control over the choices that the women made, who they were dating, and I'm not advocating trying to control any of that. But when it comes time for a man to have the actual same choice and power, you got to let the dudes rock, man. That's all I'm with. I'm with the freedom.
Get your little $200 flight. You ain't got to know no language. They all know English in Miami, right? In Spanish Harlem, you know what I'm saying? Just go there if that's what it's about. But you notice the most prevalent spots that these brothers will go to are the places where these women are struggling financially. Why? Because then you can take your money and dangle it in front of this woman and buy her. That ain't no.
Here we go. The second straw man argument is, they're only being feminine and submissive because you got money. That's not true. It's cultural in some places for women to actually be an actual woman. We know what we got over here, and we know the treatment is different when you go other places. You got to stop this stuff by virtue signaling and making it look like that's not the case when it clearly is. Come on, man.
No, I'm just keep the shit above, right? That ain't no player shit. I know it, man. Fuck being a player. Okay. Yeah. All right. You know exactly what I mean by that's not no player shit. I mean, that is some weak shit. That's not, you don't have any, I don't know what's the word, guile or any je ne sais quoi. You know what I'm saying? With the women, with the ladies. And that's part of being a man. You gotta deal with that shit, man. You gotta face.
No, you ain't gotta face a goddamn thing. Wait, hold on a second.
Your shortcomings, whatever they may be. Right? That's number one. When it comes to the whole why I don't support it, first of all, I give a fuck about the black community. I do. Now, what does that mean? Let's unpack that for a second.
If you give a fuck about the black community, I want to see the long list of drug dealers that you done popped in the head. I want to see the long list of women whose tools that you done tied with, you know damn well they shouldn't be having these kids. You just can't say that you care about the community, but we got outcomes that can't nobody defend, man. We got these outcomes out here. If you cared about this shit, then you're responsible for the outcomes of it. If you care about it, you have custody over this decision-making process. You're responsible for what's here. Theo Wolf was actually in this live stream. He was.
According to SYSBM, what's up, Wacky? According to SYSBM, they'll say, well, why the fuck should I go be a stepdad? And why should I go out here and be with Bonquisha? Well, I'm like, I didn't tell you to do all that shit. Who told you? I'm turning around like, who said that? Let me see. Is anybody over here? Oh, let me see. Is anybody on the other side of the basement over here? Hold on. I don't know. So I didn't tell you to go and be a stepdad. No one is ever asking a black man to be a stepdad. But let me say this, number one, first of all. Let's divide this shit out a little bit, right? First of all stepdads aren't simps, okay? I know y'all been told that shit. I know you.
Okay. He doesn't understand the stepdad issue because he's preoccupied with trying to get these women taken care of and having people date these women when they have kids. People want to play on a fresh field without kids on it, man. People want to do that shit. People want to deal with people who's been in another culture that haven't had this type of experience. Because it isn't the actual kids. It doesn't start at having a child. It starts at being cultured in a very specific environment that isn't conducive to treating men like actual men. And that's a choice that a woman has to take to pass up all this shit. And it's like we deliberately misunderstand that to try to make it look like, oh, I got minds, so you have to do things on hard mode. Like, that's not exactly the case.
That you've been listening, because see, a lot of us get our ideologies and our worldviews from fucking YouTube and shit, and from motherfuckers that really ain't got shit figured out. A bunch of losers, just real shit. Like niggas that ain't really built shit, ain't never done shit, or if they have, they just built it on YouTube. They got lucky with a couple of viral videos, and that's who you think can explain to you about life, right? And tell you how to figure shit out, right? And then you look at it and you're like, you know what? This dude, like, you know, if you meet some of these guys in person, you're like, damn, you listen to them, they talk like this, but they're not really like that. You know, or better yet, you know, I just don't think you should get your talking points or your life. You know, you can, man. Look, I ain't gonna even say that. It's some good shit on YouTube. It's some good, you know, people on YouTube talking, making some good points. I'm not gonna shit on everything because I done heard a lot of wise shit on YouTube, a lot of good points, right? But your core value system is something that you probably should have had instilled in you when you were younger. And if you don't have a core value system and you come in a space like this, what happens is you'll wind up getting pulled in all types of different directions. And you won't really look at the ramifications of having a worldview that tells you to tell people to say.
He just invalidated his own argument. He just invalidated his whole argument. I agree totally with what he just said. But he also invalidated the whole reason why he was talking. This is why you do travel, so that way you can have a world view. Why you think people travel? To broaden their horizons. But this whole thing was about don't travel. Like, come on, man. Like, what's going on here?
Right? To say, fuck the community, fuck everybody. It's all about me and my dick and me having a nut, right? I love busting nuts. Who don't like to get a nut, right? But the thing is, just because a man is a stepfather, it's not automatically assumed he's a simp. It's not automatically assumed that if he's a stepfather.
That's not the SYSBM argument, dude. You're superimposing things onto SYSBM that has nothing to do with us. This has nothing to do with us.
He's being disrespected. It's not automatically assumed that if he's a stepfather, those kids talking to him, talking about fill in the blank, you ain't my what? Daddy, right? That's not automatic. And I think I've met stepfathers that get respect from the kids. And the kids, if that stepfather got his game tight, those kids will be like, shit, I respect this man, like Shaquille O'Neal.
Here's the thing, man. That's not true in most of these cases. Most of these dudes have a lot of money and still get disrespected the shit out of, not only by the woman, but the kid as well. Where do you think the disrespect comes from? Where do you think the cues for the disrespect comes from? It comes from the mother and the child. For a dude settling for a situation like this, That's where the disrespect comes from. Actually, it was disrespectful to even settle for this shit in the first place. Yes, it was disrespectful to settle for this in the first place, but it became a cultural norm because there wasn't enough women to go around. Like, dude, we keep forgetting how we got here for some reason.
What did Shaquille O'Neal say? What did he say? Let me see if I can find that song right quick, right? Let's see. Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, come on, man. Don't play no copyrighted
Let's
music.
see if I can do it. Phil is my dad or something like that. Hey, can I find it? I don't think I got it.
Please don't play it.
I think it's Shaq Fu to Return. No Hook with Method Man. Let's see. Shaq got it made. Biological didn't bother. That's it.
Yo, I want to dedicate this song to.
Oh, man. Here we go. Bullshit. I gotta scroll past this. People in this copyrighted music, man.
Shit, I don't.
All right, back to the show. I'm about to edit that out. Jesus.
Sorry. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to a bunch of niggas on a Saturday night for 8 hours tell me about how frustrated they are. They can't find a good black woman, and they've been looking for 10 years and they can't find one.
Wait a minute. You have a whole manosphere that talks about the relationship argument every day. Every day, in the morning and in the afternoon. You can't tell me that you don't know that's what's going on in the black space of YouTube. The whole damn place is all relationship talk. Yes, you even have way older black men who not even dating women talking about women.
Black woman, and even when they have conversations with black women, they're so much more intelligent than the woman that they can't even have a basic ass conversation with them, right? Like this, I get tired of that same little tired ass argument. When I came in YouTube, I saw that shit for like the first 3-4 months. After a while, I got burned out. I said, okay, man, shit, man, damn, it's the same shit. And then they start making up all these little, painting these caricatures in their minds, like, well, you know, it's the single baby mom. She's overweight. She has 2.5 kids. She has this, she has that. She's educated. She's a feminist. She's ultra demo. That's a bitch I'm gonna run from. I'm with you. Shit, I'm running from her ass. I'm running.
Okay, where are all these conservative women who are not like this? Where are they at?
Right? I'm with you. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So then it went from there to any woman that is a divorcee, or why did he divorce her? Well, shit, what if he's whooping her ass and cheating on her? Or had a gambling problem or some shit, and she divorced him? Well, why did she choose him? Damn, y'all niggas, it's always never stop, right? Never stop. So I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. So I'm gonna tell you something. If you're a young black girl and you're listening to this, if you don't want to be dragged, at 17 years old, you should know what every man that you see in your face is going to be doing in the next 15 years. You should know beyond the shadow of a doubt. And if you don't at 17 years old, you're supposed to figure that shit out. You're supposed to see around corners as a black girl. If you don't, you're the problem, because you got to fuck the right man, right? Because if 17, if you don't fuck somebody, you got to fuck the right nigga. Now, if you don't at 17, now we all know 17-year-old girls ain't going to make the best decision. Chemically, it's impossible for them to do that in their brain. They shit ain't even developed yet, right? But we'll hold them accountable for that shit when they 20, 25, 30. Oh, she ain't shit, man. She got an 8-year-old. She'll fuck up. Like, oh, well, why she'll fuck up? Because she got a child. Well, shit, that's it. You're not going to investigate why and what happened and what are the dynamics behind that shit? So because she didn't choose to just suck the baby's brains through a tube, she a piece of shit? I ain't like that. I'm not like that. Because Lord knows sub and went up in some pussy, bro. Like that, let's just keep this shit up. If you ever went up in some coochie, raw, busting another knot, you went up in there, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up.
So all right, man. I'm just gonna keep playing. It's all right.
Because y'all know what pre is. And every nigga that done stuck his dick in a woman without a rubber need to shut the fuck up. And if you ain't stuck your shit in a woman that you really didn't like that, and you didn't think she'd make a good mother, you just as bad as the woman that fucked the Pookie and Ray Ray. Oops. I said it. And guess what? A lot of them niggas, when they get a child by that woman that they don't like, they ain't shit deadbeat fathers. And a lot of these are educated black men that are in this space that's talking this shit. A lot of these niggas got kids out of wedlock. Why they don't get talked?
I agree. This is why you dodge the demographic of women who are actually in those circumstances. But he just said a little moment before that people should investigate the entire situation inside and out. So which one is it? I don't understand it.
Y'all don't hear me this morning. Y'all don't hear me. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Carlton? Y'all don't hear me, man. A lot of y'all niggas is out here fucking with these girls, knowing damn well you ain't ready for that shit. But you get with the woman, she fuck around and get pregnant. I actually take hats off to a woman that don't have an abortion. Because it's easy now. You just go pay $500 and it's gone, right? And the problems are gone. I ain't got to worry about
bullshit. She could go pay $500 and it's gone. You can't financially get away from this shit if she has a child, man. Like we really got to stop acting like we don't know what's going on here, man. Make sure y'all like the video, man.
It ain't got this, it ain't got that. And you keep that shit to yourself, and hey, nobody will know. The next nigga you meet, you don't even know you had an abortion. Right? But if you say, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give this child a chance at life. I'm gonna give him a child to be born, give him a chance to be born, right? And and at the end of the day, I just think that we gotta tell the truth about ourselves, man. And we gotta look at ourselves and tell the truth. And the reason I don't believe in supporting this SYSBM movement is because I feel like you'll never go anywhere on this planet as a black man and be able to separate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, you guys, you can stay. I'm not gonna convince you, brother. I mean, you know, you love the sisters. You gotta deliver, brother. You gotta deliver. You SYSBM, but say, hey, but fuck it, you love the sister. You can't, man. You gotta say, fuck it. You gotta like this. Let me explain what I'm saying. Your community, right? I care about my community. That's a big reason why I got lifted.
Here's the thing. There is no community. Your community is your household. Everything outside of your household, you don't control. There's a black area of town. That's it. And guess what? When you move your ass somewhere else, there is no community there either. The community is a group of people that live in a specific area. They keep trying to make this black community standard when there is truly no community like that. There isn't.
Academy, that's a big reason why I do other things that I don't really need to talk about. But I do a lot of things, man. I try to help people. I try to give back. I try to invest in my community. It doesn't deter the trajectory of my life. It's not hurting me. It's not stopping me from accomplishing my dreams. It's not doing anything like that. But it is something that, you know what I'm saying? I just, at the end of the day, your dad was educated B and a deadbeat. I don't think she's alive, bro. I don't think she's alive. I don't think she's alive. A lot of these educated lame niggas ain't shit. Like, listen to them talk. Listen to these niggas. They on this.
They love calling dude educated lames, and then they want you to fuck with the same demographic of people who don't respect dudes like that. But you want dudes to stay with this shit.
How to get out of child support? How the fuck you gonna get out? It's your child. You think every nigga that was listening to Glendon Cameron in that video he did some years ago that I thought was fucked up, explaining to men how to get out of child support? You think every nigga in the comment section was a good father that really loves his child and want to provide for his child and make sure they got what they need? Like, come on, let's stop. Let me explain something to you. A lot of black men do not bond with their children. Okay, A lot of black men it's not a big fucking deal for black men to not give a fuck about seeing a child for 6 months at a time. I'm just keeping this shit a buck. I got
what is going on here? Listen, if a person wants to be in their kids' lives, they actually be there. There's only one person that stops the actual kid from being seen. It's called the mother. Yes, and the mother can put a dude through so much shit that a dude decides he don't want to even deal with this shit. Yes, that happens. It happens a lot.
I'm not lying. I got niggas I know that's educated, don't see their kids twice a year. They might see them 4th of July and Christmas, maybe. That's it. And they call them on the phone and they think that's being a good father. Listen.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? You can't tell me that more men don't want to see their kids. More men just don't want to deal with a whole bunch of bullshit and seeing their kids. And if she put up too much of a fight and make shit too hard, people throw their hands up and they roll out. That's her for being difficult. You better make this shit easy as fuck if you want it to work. You start putting up all these roadblocks and shit, dudes are out of there. As they should be. Because this is supposed to be a partnership. And if it ain't going to be a partnership, then it's going to be a bill. Man, that's crazy. What's going on, Nick Taylor?
Nick Cannon got millions of dollars. Listen to him. This nigga got millions of dollars. This nigga done popped out babies all across the fucking country. Ain't marrying none of them women. He got all these children out of wedlock, spreading them out, just making a fucking mess, right? Look at Dwight Howard, NBA player. All them kids.
That's not true. Nick Cannon actually take care of his fucking kids, man. He does. He actually do.
Get all the damn professional basketball players with 18 baby mamas and football and rappers and athletes, Future, all of them. These are the good quality, high value men. Are they getting married? Are they raising their fucking kids? Do they give a fuck? No. I honestly don't think Future. I ain't in the Future business like that. How many times does he see young Future with this out there in Seattle? Right?
Again, you're missing the point. If Sierra doesn't want Future to see little Future, guess who has control over that? The mother. Yeah, that's how that works. And we keep acting like we don't understand that these women repeatedly keep the kids away from the fathers. We keep acting like I
don't even know. You know what I'm saying? They had so my thing is at the end of the day, I think a lot of these educated lame niggas are pieces of shit. That's what I really feel. Y'all ain't no better than the niggas that you think you better because you went to school. That's the only thing you got is you ain't got no criminal record and you went to college. But you are just as low as far as morals. You have no fucking morals. A lot of them niggas, not all y'all, I'm not talking to anybody in particular, but a lot of them niggas have no morals. They don't give a fuck about their children. I'm telling you what I know.
What's your sample size? Come on, man. You just can't be making these broad, sweeping generalizations without some type of proof. I mean, this stuff comes off real pander heavy, man.
They're not taught to give a fuck because they didn't raise, their dad didn't give a fuck. That shit ain't got nothing to do with just being a Pookie and Ray Ray. Shit, to be honest with you, a lot of these Pookie and Ray Rays might be better fathers, to be honest with you. Shit, who gonna be at the game? Look, when I go to the game, a lot of times.
Here we go. A lot of these Pookie and Ray Ray dudes are better fathers now. If they were better fathers, then why were they in a situation to where they got these women in the situation that they're in?
Those niggas at the games watching their sons and shit. A lot of them. When I go to this shit, a lot of these educated niggas ain't really, they about pussy.
Okay, here's the thing. The reason why those dudes are at games and all that kind of stupid shit is because the kids should be excelling at actual grade school work, not playing ball and all this type of dumbass shit, man. That's the problem. You had the kid with the wrong person. Now the child's on the wrong path trying to be a goddamn ball player and shit. When this dude should be on the guaranteed path, leaving all that stuff alone, man. It's nuts.
Especially the ones that are like lame, because every educated man ain't lame. So the ones that are really educated lames, you know what I mean? Like not fitting into the stereotype, that don't fit the swag, that lack the swag.
Listen, if you have swag in 2022 and all this dumbass shit, go walk in front of a moving goddamn train, man. The only people who put that much faith in that type of broken ass fucking system isn't a person that you need to be dealing with. You shouldn't be good at uncultured fucking women. You shouldn't be good at lowering your goddamn intelligence level to where you get picked up by people. I can't use the term because I think educated lames are the actual people who took productivity over femininity. And then they try to add the productive guy at the end of their life. That's actually what an educated lame is.
Those brothers, oh shit. When they get up and get a degree and they in their 30s and they start getting a little confidence and shit about themselves, they're gonna fuck for 40, at least till they about 46, 47, before they even think about getting a wife. That's just about right, because they gotta make up for all the years when they didn't get the best pussy. Now they mad because they didn't get the pussy when they was 20.
Here we go. A nigga who keeps referring back to pussy is a nigga who need his ass knocked the fuck out. Tubby Lovey, thanks for the 999 super sticker. Here's the thing, man. If you keep basing your whole life on how much pussy that you fucking get, you're gonna end up fucking up your whole life, man. (2022) dudes talking about swag and shit. Let them dudes have that shit, man. Let them have it. Let them have it, because you're gonna get the wrong access to the wrong shit, and it's gonna end up messing up your whole life, man.
They got it when they was 35. Then she gave it to me. Then she had stretch marks, like that type of shit. I don't want it then. Shit, I want it when she was 22. Right? My thing was, I got it at 22, 32, 42.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. Niggas who keep referring back to how much pussy they fucking got and when they got it, the dudes ain't shit in life, man. They never are. This is why they're always going to be here trying to take up for these motherfucking women and doing all this stupid ass fucking shit. Because at the end of the fucking day, they're trying to push these women off on you. They're pushing these women off on you and trying to guilt trip you because you didn't have the pussy earlier. Fuck that shit. That shit don't mean nothing. It didn't mean nothing then either. It didn't. If a bunch of ain't shit motherfuckers are attracted to you, then guess what? It's fucking crazy. You don't need to be defining your life through this shit, man.
But everybody isn't like that. And my thing is, you got to know your lane. You know what I'm saying? Some of these brothers, man, I don't think that we need, I don't think that these educated lanes, I think a lot of these niggas think better of themselves than they really are. They're pieces of shit. They're immoral. A lot of them don't see their kids. Look at how many.
Again, if a dude don't see his fucking kids, that's normally the mother's fucking problem. One, by sleeping with the dude, and two, from withholding the child from the person. I don't know a person who actually want to see their kids who don't go see them. It's crazy. Like, dude, I got brothers going through this shit. They want to see their kids bad than the motherfucker. You really think they want to give their kids back after having them 3 days, after not having them for Christmas, but gotta have them for New Year's and have to give them back? You think people choose that shit? No, the mother chose it for them.
Fucking YouTube, these niggas might be making videos every day and got kids. Like, well, shit, your child in another state. Did you go see him? You know what I'm saying? The shit kind of, you do the math. Okay, this nigga in the same room every day.
Why is the child in another state? Who you think's control that? People do deliberately move away from one of the parents to make the shit deliberately hard.
For like a month straight. Like every day he point the video, he's either here or he's either there. And I'm not talking about nobody in particular. He's either here or he's there every time. Damn, when does he find time for his kids? Because when you with your kids, you're gonna take a couple of days off, unless they're in the house with you, right? And they see them every day, which most of these niggas don't, because they talking this SYSBM shit, right? So they're not with nobody. So they're not.
So it's our fault that people can't see their kids? Is it SYSBM's fault? The existence of SYSBM is the reason why people ain't got time for their kids? Come on, man. Like, bro, you can't blame SYSBM for all this shit, man.
Kids every day, they don't give a fuck about each other. So to me, you know, you deserve to be at the bottom when you got that type of mentality and outlook on life. You deserve to be the scum of the fucking earth. That's just how I feel about it. I know you like you niggas, man. This nigga like you hate black men. No, I love us, man. I love my brothers. We the shit. Right? When we got our shit together. We the shit. When we got it together. Like if you, all things being equal, can't nobody fuck with a black man. I get it. I get why you brothers say we the most desired. Because let's be honest, I get it. We the most athletic, we the strongest, we everything. We got the highest level of tests, we got more muscle, we got everything that makes physical attributes of a man, we dominate that shit. So I get it, right? And I've been to foreign countries. I had women look at me that want to fuck just on the shit, just physicality. All that shit, I get it. So I get why. That shit go to our heads and we think, well, that means I'm this. No, that don't mean shit. That don't mean that if you ask these women who they want to marry, this is different. We got women that say, who makes a good husband? Now, who you want to fuck?
Who cares about this shit? Dude, listen, when you have your own agency, you can stop feeding yourself into these type of discussions. I'm not sure if people know that or not.
Those are two different things. See what I'm saying? No, I just at the end of the day, and CJM, I hear you saying these brothers up, but that's the problem, bro. These brothers are out here saying a lot of fucked up shit and then throwing that SYSBM shit in. Y'all might want to clean that shit up and explain it better. Save your.
We don't need to explain it. You just don't know what you're talking about. And everything that's dealing with the failed people of the culture, you're trying to make it SYSBM's problem, where the failed men of the culture are actually talking about relationships every fucking day.
It sounds like you're assuming every black man, every black person in the black community expects the black man to come back to his community and marry Boom Quisha with multiple children by multiple dads that's 400 pounds and works at McDonald's and take your 750 credit score, buy her a house, buy her a car, let her children and her disrespect you, and you sit there and barely get some pussy. That's the type of comments I get all the time.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Man, look, I want to know, I want to look at these SYSBM dudes who are saying this shit in your comment sections, man. I want to see this shit. I want to see these straw mans and straw goats that you be fucking building, man. Bro, you just trying to blame SYSBM for all the trolling on YouTube. That's crazy.
It's all the time. People swear up and down that that's what they do. Hold on, guys, because I was waiting on a phone call. Hold on one second. That's the whole thing, guys. We get a lot of that going on. Damn, that was him. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second.
Here's the thing. Just learn about the actual movement itself. Have somebody on and have a conversation so that way you're not making these broad generalizations and just trying to throw everything at SYSBM that are clearly like most of the dudes who are talking about this game goofy shit. These are the dudes who are on child support. These are the dudes who got fucked up lives and shit. No criticism for those dudes. But the criticism comes toward the SYSBM dudes because we just want to skip over this shit and go to a better cultural narrative.
So the thing is, guys, I want a lot of us to be successful in life and stuff. A lot of shit we got to be willing to pay the cost for. And I don't think a lot of brothers want to be that. A lot of brothers don't want to pay the cost to be the boss. They don't. When you're saying you're going to pay the cost to be the boss, that means you're going to pay bills. You're going to do the shit that you're supposed to do. And you won't take no shit. Like a real man that's on his shit ain't finna take no shit from no damn baby mama, from no stepmama, from no stepson.
Bullshit. You must be out of your damn mind. There are dudes who got their shit together right now who does nothing but deal with bullshit from their baby mama and shit. You just can't decide that, oh, I got my shit together, therefore I'm not putting up with anything. She decides whether or not you're going to have a clear and clean ride or not, man. You got to stop with this fucking bullshit, man. Like, come on, man.
Daughter not gonna take no shit from his wife, his woman, none of that shit, man. If you on top of your shit, of course you don't take shit from nobody. I have no reason to be angry at black women in America. No reason, not one reason. I have no reason. I'm not mad at them. I'm not. I see the fuckery though. I see it. I call that shit out from time to time. I make videos talking about black women and their fuckery. I've made it. I can go through my list. Y'all can see I'm consistent. I don't try to be 100% one way. But I got a comment in my comment section a year, or should I say yesterday, that's Spanish, right? And when I saw it, I was like, damn, like, why is it so much, this shit in my comment section all the time about this save yourself, all this shit. I'm so sick of that shit. I see that shit all the time. I'm tired of it. I think it's dysfunctional. I think it's negative. I think it encourages men not really taking responsibility for a lot of shit. And you should take responsibility for the shit that's going on in your community. You should. Because guess what? Guess who runs this bitch? Guess who is supposed to be the leader of the community? The black man. And if the black man is not the leader...
Hold on a second. What community are you talking about? Like, dude, listen, if the community was already created before you had anything to do with it, how are you supposed to be responsible for that? Why should you turn around and try to run that type of situation? Why would you want to do that? That doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm saying. They want you to be a community whenever it's time for cleanup. It's not how that works, man.
Yeah, what the fuck is he a leader of? You know what I'm saying? That's the problem I have. You know what I'm saying? So, the whole... Guys, can you explain? Can somebody explain to me the SYSBM? Because I hear you guys saying they're separate.
That was your job to find all this out before you did a live stream. No, that's not how that works, man. What's going on here?
Because when I go and I look, he can respond. I ain't gonna go there. G Dizzle. Ain't gonna go there. Well, he can respond. Ain't gonna know. Ain't we can go there, G Dizzle. He could respond, but hey, I know he's a big progenitor of that shit. I listened to a couple of. I don't understand what the shit is. I don't.
You listen to the video, like okay. So now G Dizzle is bringing up my name in the actual Sub-Zero live stream. He knows that I'm a big progenitor of SYSBM. But he never actually talked to me about the SYSBM shit. So he's just going to do a live stream talking about the actual SYSBM shit and don't know what he's talking about.
I'm saying, so at the end of the day, this whole argument of save yourself, my battery's dead, man. My battery's completely dead. I'm trying to charge my damn phone. But anyway... this whole idea and philosophy of this shit, just type it out. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what's up? Got your supporters. You on time. What's up, Theo? What's up, man? Let me say this, man. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's him shouting out Theo Waff in the actual chat right now. Theo Waffle claims to be a passport bro, but it just don't make sense.
if you are going to go and stamp your passport, and you're not lazy with that shit, and you go over there, you're learning the language, you're learning the culture, and you're not just some fucking.
You're not gonna tell people what to do when they go travel, man. You're not gonna set no limits on people when they go places. You can't do what?
Lick that's allowing women to just make an ass out of you in these foreign countries. Yeah, ain't got shit to say to you. That's different, right? But if you're one of these brothers, like I said, like most black men, we economically at the bottom a lot of us. So what we'll do is we'll save up, take a trip every 3 to 6 months, and we'll go to, I don't know about Africa. We'll go to the Dominican Republic. We might go to, somewhere Mexico, Tijuana or some shit. And then we'll come back and we bought some pussy, and then we sit there and we brag.
Here we go again, man, with the bisexual shit, man. Here we go, man. He can't get off of it, man.
We brag about this. No, I'm saying, because my phone's dead. That's what I'm trying to say. Divest us from what, though? Divest us from what? Divesting from their own from the black community?
Okay, so now this is Theo Wolf actually talking in the chat again, talking about he's divesting from actual dysfunctional women inside the community, which I do agree with, even though he's not an SYSBM guy. And somehow dodging those actual things is a problem, because you're supposed to be trying to take care of the community, because he got the pussy at 22, so therefore you should clean it up at fucking 40. That's the bullshit right here, man.
Black man who wants to separate himself from the black community, period. Now, if you're saying you want to separate yourself from, like, this Black Lives Matter, Pookie and Ray Ray protesting Democrat bullshit.
There we go.
You might have a point. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might have a point. But if you're saying I'm going to divest and separate myself from the whole of the community because of the negatives of the community in everything, baby and bathwater, you know what I'm saying? I disagree with that shit. I do. Because I don't think that's...
Boom. You can disagree with it as much as you want to, but you don't have control over everybody. And that's the problem. You can't force people to stay in a situation that your ass ain't in. That's the problem. You can't force people to stay. And you can't go to bat for people who are responsible for destroying themselves in the process. Like, dude, you can't make people stay with this shit.
Good for the community, and I don't think it's good for you at the end of the day, because you won't get any respect in any other place in this world. Now, you may get respect. Your dogs will get your respect.
Bullshit. Look, dude, listen, man. You can go other places. They treat you like a human being. It ain't all the shit that you see in the United States. That isn't how it is everywhere in the world, man. This guy has traveled, man. He know that this shit ain't the case, man. He know it ain't the case. He knows. And he doesn't even know what SYSBM is. But he's trying to put all black failure on SYSBM.
Get you some respect. But if you piss these people off, and I'm telling you as a guy who has pissed off people in foreign countries and has had arguments with people in foreign countries and didn't know one guy in Spanish, I got into it with a guy who was we was in the DR, and we was at GameWorks in Mega Central, which y'all know about Mega Central. Y'all know about that. See, y'all don't know. I fuck with your boy Sub. We had some fun. But I went over there, give me a bunch of Presidentes and shit. Y'all, hey, I know about it. Right? With the Johnny Walker and the orange juice, I know about it. Anyway, we was over there, and Monday night at GameWorks was live, and these dudes from New York, they were Dominican, but they had a little Don Omar braids and shit, got the braids down their back and shit. So it was a table like right on the corner. We had been in the country for like 2 or 3 weeks, right? So we got this table on the corner because he had it the last week, And then next week they had it. So last week when we was about to leave, we like, we getting that bitch. We gonna get there early. We gonna get that tape. So we got there early. We got the tape, right? We sitting there, and these motherfuckers came in there late, like 10:30, with this privileged ass look like they running the bitch. Now they got on these Tim's.
Let's move past this.
We had fun over there. But anyway, I noticed the next day we came back and they had this thing called Cookie Crunch. I like to get one before I left. Like we was leaving that Wednesday, I think. So I came and got a Cookie Crunch. We went to the gym.
Okay, he had fun when he was over there. So, all right, man. So that's half of it. I'm not going to do the other half of it, but you get the gist of it, man. At the end of the day, it's their job to be available. It's not your job to go searching hardcore for things that don't exist. Okay? If they wanted to be a community, they would have did their stuff before. You can't claim that, I got the ass at 20, therefore you clean up this shit at 30-something years old. And somehow that's a deal that somebody's supposed to take. No, everybody has freedom, to include the people who actually gave themselves away frivolously. You can't really do anything about this situation right here, man. You just can't. The women are born with choice. Men have to work to get their choice. And you will be held responsible based on the shit that you don't produce. You will be held responsible for that stuff. Like, if somebody has infinite choice and they're still single at 30-something years old, it's very clear what they were doing with their choice when they had the infinite choice. They thought that somebody was going to come clean it up, because these are the type of dudes putting these ideas in these women's heads that they can screw the entire planet, and that there was going to be a Boyce Watkins that was going to be waiting around 20 years for his shot. That was a bad cultural narrative that they bought into. So that's why SBM isn't hard. It's still about productivity and creating a new family dynamic with different people who don't have a bad cultural start. There's nothing wrong with that. It's about being more responsible and productivity. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being more responsible if it helps keep you out of the arms and the grips of people who don't give a shit about you? What's wrong with that? Are you culturally obligated to take on people who don't care about you? Is that really all you can do? Is just sit around and wait for your turn in a system that is not going to be favorable among you? Just so that way you don't feel embarrassed because you didn't get the first hit at the olive? You have to understand, man, these women has been going through this shit since they was 11 and 12 years old, man. And these very older individuals want you to shut the hell up about that shit. And they just want you to clean it up. I'm just telling you, man, that you're not culturally obligated to do none of that stuff. The only thing you're culturally obligated to do is to be happy. And dudes who fed themselves into this bad system, it's impossible for them to be happy at this point. So we got 110 people in here. I want to thank you guys for coming through on The Man Tomorrow. Y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a really nice night, man. That's why SBM isn't hard. You just have a lot of people who's trying to make it hard and try to blame SYSBM for things that he needs to be blaming the people who are actually talking about this relationship talk every day for. His smoke is actually for the relationship industry and those people. His smoke is not for SYSBM. He don't even know what it is. He was trying to superimpose and project all that stuff on the SYSBM. None of that stuff. He didn't even come close to knowing what it was. He didn't know. How hard is it to do some research? He knew that I was an SYSBM guy. He knew that. He admitted it in the live stream. But see, when you're this pro-black, you become fucked up in the head, man. I don't give a fuck if you love the community or not. If you ain't marrying these motherfuckers, you ain't going to be pushing these people off on other people to deal with. That's the problem. Listen, you could be a polygamist tomorrow. Marry them all if they also worth it. It's not hard to read up on the shit, man. This stuff is everywhere. But he just chose to just not even try to do it and try to superimpose some stuff that he didn't even know what was going on, man. That's crazy. I don't believe pro-blacks, and I don't believe black conservatives. They're trying to conserve the black condition currently the way it is, so that way barely productive men can just actually run this fucking game on people. I've never believed these people. They don't have no results. They don't have any results. And it's very easy to see that he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. That's some lame ass shit, man. To do all that straw manning and all that scapegoating for what? These people misuse their fucking genitals, man. You can't expect everybody to clean up after that shit. I'll tell you what. The only thing you got to ask them is, how come you're not feeding your son or daughter into this actual system? And who are you going to send your son or daughter after to come clean up after them? Everybody who be on that community shit, oh yeah, they all community minded when it comes to getting everybody else to clean up this shit, but they're not community minded at all when they have to be directly involved with cleaning up this shit, man. And if you're that responsible for the condition, don't you think you ought to be extra busy in figuring out who the father of these kids are if we got these goddamn outcomes that can't nobody defend? Okay, everybody wanted to be the dude who gets the ass, but don't nobody want to be responsible for the condition that these actual people are in currently? This is why I say, man, you cannot possibly fucking be pro-black, not with these fucking outcomes. You're not going to make me have fucking pride in failed ass fucking people, man. Listen, that's what my shot's for. That's what my chance is for. My shot and my chance is to be spent on the shit that I want to spend it on. It's not my job to go back and rescue and save people because I didn't fuck them in their 20s. Yeah, I was out fucking building my fucking life at 20. It's your job to fix this shit, not other people's. With that said, I'm the man tomorrow. I want to thank you guys for coming through, and you guys have a really nice day. Peace.